All right, let's see if we got a mic. We got a mic. Let me know if the audio is good. So we're also restarting Telegram here. We're streaming a bunch of stuff, guys. We're streaming on our Telegram. We're streaming on YouTube. So we'll try to get all the links out to everyone. First time with the new setup, so there's gonna be issues. Not big ones, but we'll get into the groove as we go along. So this will be like the first official stream that we'll be doing on a semi-regular basis. So welcome. This will be the Comput3AI stream. So we'll be checking out our platform here in a second. I'm gonna try to pull up a couple things so that I can keep an eye on them in parallel to everything else. So I'm gonna have the chat over here. Let's take a look. Is it? Let's see if it's any better. We'll see. No, it looks good. So guys, whoever's if you guys are watching on our Telegram channel, I have to say, without hurting anyone's feelings, Telegram does not have the best streaming. As somebody who built a streaming platform, I can tell you Telegram does not have the best streaming. So best feeds probably, at least quality wise, definitely going to be on our YouTube channel. So just search for Comput3AI on YouTube. But we'll try to include all the links as well. So maybe I'll try to drop that link to our Telegram if they want to try it out. Maybe it'll be a little bit nicer for them to use. So let's see. It should be this one, I guess. So anyway, we'll try to get it out there. So yeah. Anyway, guys. There's a lot of stuff happening. Certain launch platforms are down and then up and then down and then up. I mean, I'm not gonna name names. I'm not gonna call anyone out. But things are moving along smoothly. So I'm gonna show you guys the stuff that we've been building for, I don't know, roughly, I mean, long time, at least 6 months. We've been we've been working on this stuff, and it's kind of all our learnings put together, AI related, just putting them all into one place. So yeah, so I'll be showing you that in a second. Other than that, so I do think I have a YouTube link if we can paste to the Telegram. Yeah, it looks good. So I'm gonna paste the YouTube for everyone watching in Telegram. If you want a slightly better link, then we can use this one. So I just shared it in the Telegram. If somebody wants to try that, go ahead and use that link. It'll be slightly better quality thanks to YouTube. Other than that, so I'll show you guys a couple things. So for the most part, I mean, we're building the community right now, getting all the links set up. So really quickly, I'll go over like our platform, stuff that you can do on our platform. We'll talk a little bit about basically how you can partner with us and do all that kind of stuff. So if you guys are building AI agents, AI workflows, all that kind of stuff, contact us because we're basically focusing on being super efficient at spinning up GPUs and keeping them running for everybody. So there's definitely more than a couple things that we can partner and collaborate on. So if you guys are on the other side, a consumer of GPUs, so to say, then get in touch with us and we can figure out how we can work together. So I'll show you guys a couple things. So basically, like the partner links. First thing I'm probably going to show is actually how to play around with our platform. Just if you haven't seen it before, it's really easy. So we do recommend. Somebody told us might be a bug if you have Soulflare installed. But if you just have Phantom enabled, it'll work. So the bug is noted in the backlog. We haven't fixed it yet. So but there's potentially a bug. I haven't verified it myself, but somebody told us that there is an issue there. So really quickly before we get started, I'm going to secretly off screen do something super crazy, which is set up a brand new wallet. I'll call it live stream or something like that. So I'm going to create a new account, and I'll show you in a second. I just don't want to dox myself here, and then we'll just use this wallet and play around with it. And 1 second. So I'm going to do the following. I'm going to move some funds over, which I mean I'm going to move a couple pennies over to the new account, and then we can play around with it, and I'll show you guys what's up and how it's going to work and all that kind of stuff. So let's get into it. I'll show you guys a little bit what I'm doing over here. So I'm gonna be really quickly. I'll be using essentially I'll be using Firefox in my case. I mean, use whatever browser you would like. All right, perfect. So I'm getting good notifications to boost my confidence that everything's working great. So I mean, that's always a nice thing to see in the background. All right, so let's get into it. So I'm gonna show you guys really quickly. Let's do the following. I'll show you guys really quickly our platform, and we'll start from there. So guys, just before everyone gets triggered, yes, I use Windows because we use NVIDIA GPUs for everything. I need an NVIDIA GPU. I used to be the world's biggest Mac user, but we had to switch to NVIDIA for all this AI stuff. So please don't hate on me. Trust me. You have to use a Windows PC to basically get access to an NVIDIA GPU, especially for local development. So I do everything in WSL, and everything works great. And moreover, we test everything that basically everything that we run on our distributed network of GPUs runs locally as well. So those are all things that you can look out for, because we'll be talking about the kind of network we're looking to launch in the long term. So right now, our primary sort of app that you can play around with is launch.comput3AI, which is, I have open right now. So if you guys come over here, I'm just going to reload. It's going to say connect a wallet. I'm going to say Phantom. It's going to pop up my Phantom wallet. I'm going to say connect. Then I can click login with Solana. It's going to ask to sign a message again. And in a second, we'll see. So I'm a brand new user. This is a brand new wallet. I've never created it. So it'll be exactly sort of the workflow that it is for you guys sitting on the other end. And so I'm going to do create workflow, and I'm going to click confirm, and then we're in. So now we can actually go and sign in. So I have to do it one more time, because the first time we just signed essentially the profile creation, accepting the terms of service, that kind of stuff. And now we're actually in. So you'll see we get welcomed by a wonderful orange highlights style screen. You can see for this wallet, here's my address up here. And right now I don't have any GPU minutes. I don't have anything running. However, we actually offer you 60 free GPU minutes. So if you want to be really, I'll go full screen for this one. This is how important it is. So if you want to be really picky, it's not like completely free. You have to send us less than 1 cent of Solana. So that's just how we're filtering bots and that kind of stuff. So you do have to send us like basically a $0 transaction, and then we'll give you the 60 minutes. But that's how it works. So I'm gonna go right here, get 60 free minutes. I'm gonna send basically 0.01 penny. I'm gonna send 1 penny in Solana, and then I'll be good to go. And in my case, so I do have, here's the live stream wallet. I have like 15 cents worth of Solana, so I'll be good to go. So get 60 free minutes. I'm gonna click right there. So it's gonna, no, did I? No, but it should. All right, let's see. I think it's it might be a wallet thing. It might be a wallet thing. Let's see if it does it again, because it should be fine, because I do have enough Solana in here. Maybe it's just still processing it. Wait, how much Solana do I have? I mean, you should be enough Solana for what we're doing. Anyway, let's try it out. Let's try it one more time. Worst case, I got to send some more Solana. So it should be, we're sending 1/1000th of a Solana. So let's try it. Not enough Sol. Oh my God, did I not send myself? All right, we got to go off screen one more time. I wasn't generous enough. Let's do it one more time. I'm just going to move some more money over there. Even though it will literally be zero. I think there's a computation thing happening there, but whatever. Let's move some more funds over, and then we'll try it one more time. So moving funds have been sent. So let's go back over to the wallet and then give it another try. Okay, and then let's take a look. Which wallet am I using? So I know you guys can't see it, but I'll switch over here in a second. All right, so here we go. Just for completeness, I have $15 of Solana now. Let's try one more time. I don't know. I think it's just a phantom error. Like, I clearly had enough Solana for the transaction that we were sending. But basically, I mean, you're sending less than the network fee. That's the key thing to keep in mind. So I'm going to click that. I think the limit was actually greater than the amount that I had in my wallet. So we sent that, and so in just a couple seconds, we should see the minutes. So our backend checks every couple seconds, and so we should see the transaction, and we'll get credited the minutes, and we'll be good to go. We can start launching stuff. So in the meantime, while we wait for that, I'm gonna check if there's any. So there we go, 60 minutes. We're good to go. So you guys should have the exact same experience. It should be super fast. And so now we can start to play around with this. We can start launching workflows, playing around with the different workflows that we have. So let me go full screen for this. So guys, I do AI stuff. Other people do AI stuff. What's my biggest gripe with all the AI platforms out there? It's that you essentially, you go, so let's say something like, I mean, not to name any names, but something like Vast AI. So what generally happens, you get access to a GPU. It's somewhere in the world. You can run, they basically have something for you to build and run a Docker container there. And so what happens for the next 12 hours, you're downloading all the models and stuff like that. So you're downloading all the models. You're trying to download the specific thing that you're going to be doing that day. And so it's actually going to take a significant amount of time. So that is not the case with us. That's not the case with us. So what we're actually doing, so we're sort of dog fooding this stuff ourselves. We're using it to run backends, etc., that we use internally, which I'll show you guys a little bit later. I'll give you some inside baseball just to show you the kind of stuff that we do run. and I'll just show you. I'll show you guys essentially stuff running on our backend, which is literally using this interface, this web app. Essentially, I mean, like the same stuff. We use it internally. We use it internally for the kind of stuff that we run. So, for example, we have a public inferencing API. So if you're just running an agent or something like that, and you just need some inferencing, we have an API that you can use with us. If you're one of our partners, we give you additional models and things like this. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. But all that stuff we're running on our own GPU network of distributed GPUs. They're spinning up and we're essentially allocating the workloads onto them, and it's all built and we kind of provide you the ability to, for example, build your own APIs, host your own APIs, host your own render backends. We have a render backend that I'll be showing you guys in a couple seconds here as well, and so you can play around with all that. So what am I going to do first? Let's just launch the beefy llama image. So we're just going to launch a big llama right here. And so by default, it actually launches. So it launched for 59 minutes. So I'm quote unquote out of GPU time. But if I interrupt this guy, I can launch another instance and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to leave it as is because we're actually going to play around with it. So it is instantly there. And this is like a real, I mean, you can, look up this host name. You can actually connect to this host. Like this is a real host that we can connect to. The thing is, we run a UI on top of it, and the UI, it takes a little bit to boot. So you saw the animation. So now the UI is ready, and I can actually connect to this instance. So first cool thing is there's authentication happening. So all you evil people on stream, if you try to access this, you're going to get an access denied because we're actually running some authentication here for you to be able to connect to the instance. And so you won't be able to connect. So I'm able to connect. Why am I able to connect? Because it's my account, I'm logged in, everything's authenticated, and so I can go ahead and access this specific essentially VM that I'm running within my account. If you're not me, you won't be able to access it basically. So just to give you an idea. So first thing I want to show you guys is right now, I mean, obviously what's happening. So these are real metrics from the instance that we have running. So we have CPU, GPU usage, RAM, VRAM. So you can see there's some RAM usage, not a whole lot of VRAM usage. You can actually see, I mean, we're not like hiding it. We're running the NVIDIA L40S GPUs primarily with some interesting GPUs to come shortly. So just be aware that stuff will get added later on. We have some cool stuff down the pipeline. So by the way, if you're looking to partner with us, we go all the way up to H100s, A100s. I mean, if you need a bigger GPU, if you're actually doing gigantic rendering, please get in touch with us. Please get in touch with us. Probably, to be completely honest, x.com/compute with a 3AI is, and then DMS is probably the best way to get in contact because we have a bunch of people watching that account. So, and I'll show you a partner page that you can use as well. But the just DMing us on Twitter is probably the best way to get in touch with us. We can build a custom backend for you. I mean, we're building this. We're doing AI and crypto, pay us in crypto, all that kind of stuff. So we have a couple of conversations going with some potential partners where we're building custom backends for the exact sort of workflows that they have. The one that I'm showing you today is going to be the generic one. But when I say generic, it's the stuff that we use internally. So we use this essentially what we just launched is a big inferencing instance. So I have a ChatGPT style UI here, and I can actually play around with it. And then if we go up here, top left, we can actually see what models we have on here. So we have Llama, we have DeepSeek, we have Hermes 3, which is like a agentic favorite, I'll say. Then there's also QWQ. Arena is like, you can ignore it. It's a feature of this UI, which is not super interesting or relevant. I would just ignore it. Just ignore it is what I'm trying to say. So let's just start with I mean, let's just go straight for the throat. Let's go DeepSeek. Let's try DeepSeek. And then I'm going to be lazy and I'll just say, give me ideas for, what is the saying, for what to do with my kids' art. Let's see how good this is. Please, Chinese model, tell us how to, tell us what to do with our kids. All right, here we go. So I'm going to hit, I'm sending it, basically, send it send it, and what's going on, you can see VRAM. The VRAM is already loaded up, so we have some VRAM usage going, and we'll actually have we'll see the GPU usage. So whenever you load these large large language models, don't pardon the pun, it was completely intended. So whenever you load these large language models, you're actually going to be loading something like 40 gigs into VRAM. So you can see right here, we have essentially, so this is a 48 gigabyte data center card that we're using here. So double the size of a 4090, 50% more RAM than the 5090. So pretty big, or I guess 1/3, 33% more than a 5090 since it's at 32 gigabytes. But basically, you're going to be pretty much consuming the entire VRAM. And while that happens, it actually takes a couple minutes to load this. So we have a couple techniques on that we'll hopefully go into, because this won't be the first. This is the first, but it won't be the last stream by any means. We'll be dealing with this kind of stuff. So essentially, there's like a trick, which is like to if you're building a backend or something like this, you probably want to send just some basic warm-up test, essentially LLM queries, just to make sure that the model's loaded and everything like that. And then you will actually, we'll see sort of the result. But you can see right here, so when I send this this response, it's still loading in a VRAM, and we'll basically, as soon as the GPU usage, so this right here, spikes, we're gonna get something. So it's actually so we need to see, we might have to reload I'm gonna let it run just a little while longer. So the UI can actually, so there we go, we're getting a response. There we go, GPU usage, and so we can actually see what we're getting right here. So it actually, on the UI side, it actually timed out because it's actually taking that long to load such a large model into RAM. But you can see it's loading, it's working. It's in the thinking mode. It's in the thinking mode right now, and here comes the response. So this is a reasoning model. So this was the reasoning, and here's the actual response that we get from DeepSeek. And then we can actually see when it's done, we can go and take a look at the sort of the throughput and all that kind of stuff, and actually see how much time or how much throughput could we get through something like this. So one thing, so by the way, I will say, let me go full screen for this one. So the way for, if you guys want to participate in the community, sort of the news channel, I would argue is, just short news is X, longer, more in-depth news and sort of internal announcements that might not necessarily be on X, you should subscribe to our Telegram. But for people actually doing development, we have a Discord as well. So on the Discord, we have discussions about this. So one of the questions that comes up among developers is, if I'm running a model like this, so first of all, let's get the cat out of the bag. So what are we doing? We're running a single GPU, right? So let's go back over here. So what's happening? We have a network. We're taking an entire GPU. We're claiming it, we're putting our flag down, this is our GPU, we're hitting, stomping on the ground and saying this is ours, no one else can use it. So we're claiming it, and we have access to this GPU. So what does that mean? We have access to this GPU, and it's basically, it's ours for the duration that we want to use it. And so the interesting thing is, so from my opinion as somebody who does a lot of AI stuff, as of late, there is an absolute sweet spot where, especially when you get into, so with like video models, it'll be slightly different, but especially with, here, I'll go full screen again, especially with something like large language models, 48 gigabytes is a pretty decent sweet spot. So with 48 gigabytes, you can actually do a lot of productive work with a single GPU. So we'll look into the other models here in a little bit, but you can load models like DeepSeek, and they'll actually do a decent amount. You don't have to run the entire 671 billion parameter model. The 70 billion parameter model, so the one that's optimized to fit on a single 48 gig GPU, is actually going to be enough for a lot of use cases. So use cases, whether that's building AI apps internally for your project, running an agent, for any of that stuff, a model like this is going to be enough. Where, we'll go over it as well, because I've actually done a couple projects coding on a GPU like this and using the coding models. So we'll take a look at the coding models as well. We have them. they also do a decent job. But I mean, you do benefit. I'm not gonna pretend that like there isn't a benefit to having even more context, even larger context windows, and even larger models, a la Claude 3.7 or something like that. So there are advantages there. There's also disadvantages because I don't know many of you guys use Claude 3.7, but I just find myself going back to 3.5 a lot of times because 3.7 is just doing its own thing, not listening to my instructions. So I mean that's something to keep in mind as well. So these models, they are limited to 1 GPU, but they are productive. And so kind of the way that I explain it to people is generally the open source models, because obviously we're running open source models if we're able to spin up the infrastructure to run these kinds of models. Generally the infrastructure and like the stuff that we're doing is I mean the models keep improving. There's new models that come out every month. So just because you know, Claude has 256,000 token context size right now, it doesn't mean that the new open source models coming out in a couple months won't have a similar context window and that we can run it. And like I said, for us, for our use cases, for a bunch of use cases, we're big believers in just doing a single GPU because it just makes a lot of sense. It's like a reasonable unit. It eliminates a lot of the parallelism that you would normally have to do on something on a larger system like a H100 if you're trying to run multiple models and stuff like that. So it eliminates a lot of the complexity. And so we're big believers in running single GPU stuff just because you can actually get a lot of stuff done. All right, let's go back to our thing. So just to show you, so the first time it actually took a while to load. What I'm gonna do is, so kids art, let's do kids sculptures now as the next query. Let's see if it understands me, even though I have a backslash. So here we go, GPU's loaded up. It's thinking. And it's going to respond, but you can see the response is instantaneous. And why is it instantaneous? Because the model is already in memory. It doesn't have to load it. The only thing that took a while was it took 2 minutes roughly to load the model the first time. Went from us launching the workload on the GPU to us executing the model. It's actually going to take a little bit of time. But afterwards, you can actually query it pretty fast. I mean, so obviously this is a reasoning model, so it's gonna. I mean, it seems like somebody had a pretty epic post on Reddit at one point that I saw, and it was I tried using DeepSeek for code completion, and every time I want a comma, it is basically writing me War and Peace. So I chuckled at that one. That was a pretty good comment. I mean, I've been there where DeepSeek is just doing, saying way too verbose for the kind of thing that you want to get back. You can actually, so if we go here, you can actually see, so like response tokens per second. So with this model, we're getting 15 tokens per second on a single GPU, which is completely respectable. The GPUs that we're running, just to give you an idea, they're roughly equivalent to like a 4090, 48 gigabytes. I wouldn't compare, I wouldn't do an apples and oranges comparison, but you won't find an L40 outside of the data center. They're pretty, I mean, just like all NVIDIA GPUs, they're pretty difficult to get right now, just because there's so much demand for doing AI stuff. But they're considered the optimal. I mean, if you read NVIDIA's marketing, NVIDIA will tell you they're the best GPU for inferencing. All right, so let's say we're done here. We're done with DeepSeek. I mean, we could launch a different model like Llama or something like that. I'd rather show you guys some of the coding stuff just as a kind of next example. So I'm going to kill that. Let's kill it. Boom, done. What happened? I got refunded my 48 minutes instantaneously. So we ran for 12 minutes. I got refunded 48 minutes from the runtime as soon as I hit stop. So now I can go ahead and I can launch another one. So might have to refresh the page because it might not have, it didn't see the 48 minutes. So let's launch this one. Let's just do it just in case I want to launch another one in parallel. I'll just do 23 minutes for this one. So let's go. So here we go. We're launching that one. We can actually, I mean, if we want to, just to show you that you can, we can launch another one in parallel. So I'll just launch a media fast, which is another model that we'll take a look into in a little bit. And so you can see it's launching the media fast. So here's a completely different GPU. So we've got lively, jolly, cute GPU running our coding model. and we have rarely firmly wanted GPU running our media container, which we'll get into in just a little bit here. So what can we do? I mean, we'll play around with the media container in detail. I want to save the GPU minutes, so I'm going to kill this one. So like I said, I have 2 minutes, right? But if I kill this one, I'm going to get refunded 22 minutes, and I'm back up to 24, which is as expected. But right here, so now we have a different GPU. So let's load up this one right here. And this one actually has, if we go into here, this one has different models. So we do keep QWQ. But we have a couple coding models. So Granite Code, and so Code Llama. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit outdated. A lot of people like the DeepSeek Coder V2 model. Me personally, the one that I've actually used for doing projects, essentially for vibe coding, and we had a project where somebody wanted to run these models just completely isolated from the internet, offline. And so what do we use? We used Qwen 2.5 Coder. This one's actually pretty good. And so like a typical thing that I would do would be like write me a 1990s website as a single HTML file. So let's see how well it does, because if it actually does a good job, it's gonna fit into the screen, and it'll make an artifact, and we'll just see it render right away. So here we go, VRAM usage. This one will spike. This one actually won't consume 100%. Oh man, the mute didn't work. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to blow everything up. Here, wait, let me see. Gonna work? I gotta figure out what the mute. Something's wrong with the mute button. Guys, new stream, new setup. We'll get into it. I was trying not to cough into the microphone. So this one's going. So we can see VRAM usage already there. So it's loading the model, but it's gonna take a little bit longer to actually get the GPU usage. In the meantime, I'm gonna check if there's anything that I'm missing. Questions anywhere? I don't see any questions. I should actually pull up. Let me pull up on this other screen. I'm gonna pull up Discord as well, just in case there's questions coming in on the Discord. And actually, all right, let's do this as well, just in case. All right. So wrong. So Discord popped up over there. So let's do. Let's keep going. So I want to see if there's any other. All right. Questions that are not pertaining to the technical stuff that we're doing right now being asked. So this one, it is loading. So here we go. Here's the GPU usage. It is. I mean, the animation is a little bit delayed because it's actually querying it on the host, but overall it's working. So let's see it go. So here we go. It's actually doing something, and let's see if it does a decent job. Let's see what it does for us. So yeah. So I mean, with these GPUs, the speed is not. I mean, so the like in terms of people ask like what's the advantage, disadvantage. So I would say this is like I mean, whatever. Like you could argue this is a 1990s website, but we like need. Let's do more 90s style animations, single HTML. Let's see if it does a decent job. Let's add animations. I mean, what is the thinking? We gotta get the animations out of there. So it is. So having said that, I mean, it is fast enough. It's not the speed that you would get if you're running a bigger GPU or some of the bigger GPU networks, but especially for vibe coding, if you're actually like keeping an eye on the code, it's up there, right? It's not like an order of magnitude slower, but it is slower than like, I mean, a single GPU is going to be slower than if you run something like an H100. So if we ran these exact models on an H100, we would get faster performance, just because, you know, brute force, I mean, essentially the amount of processing power that you would have on one of those GPUs would be better. All right, perfect. We have a blinking test example. So it is, and here we go. We got this scrolling across the screen. So I would say it's a pass. It's not the best result that I've ever gotten. Should have maybe said GeoCities and stuff like that. Maybe the phone number shouldn't have the area code or something like that. Back in the day, it might have been pre-area code. But you get the idea. But does it? Yeah. So some of the links, etc., are going to be maybe broken. But overall, it is working. So that's just to give you an idea. I mean, for the coding models, so we have one of the things that we actually did is we started to write our own coding agent. So it's nowhere near release ready, but it is entirely possible. And we were using these exact models, and we were actually having it do productive stuff, build backends and stuff like that. So that is something that we're working on, and then we'll hopefully release eventually. But it's not at the state where we're going to be releasing it, within the next 2 weeks for people to play around with. But basically, I mean, it is something that we're working on just to give you guys an idea of the kinds of stuff that we're looking to implement. All right, next thing I want to show you guys is going to be the following. So I'm going to do the following. I'm going to pull up a website real fast already, and then I will switch over OBS. So just to show you, so what do we got? 16 minutes left. Let's do it. Stop. I'm going to hit stop. All right, I get refunded. We got 40 minutes now. So one of the things that I want to show you guys is we actually have a GitHub, obviously. So our GitHub's, I mean, I'm logged in, so I'm not gonna, I mean, I'm this window. I'm not gonna show you guys a bunch of internal repos, but take my word for it. We have some pretty cool. I guess I could do. All right, let's do this. Let me cheat and do this so that I can show you guys. We'll do it in a private tab. And then I can show you guys really quickly. We do have a bunch of stuff that we release. We do have a bunch of public repos that you guys can check out. So for example, the Docker images that we actually run on the GPUs are mostly public. We're going to be playing around with CSM and Whisper and Gradio here in a second. We're going to use, this one's actually pretty cool. So this one's just a simple Docker, which you can actually grab off of us. So we have it packaged for you. So this essentially just keeps a certain type of node running. So if you want to use this in your backend or something like that, you can go ahead and use this. We'll include links. We have a Git book as well with a lot of API documentation that I'll show you guys as well. For now, I just want to show you the simple examples that we can actually take a look at. So what I want to do here is I'm going to launch a media workflow, and we'll play around with a media workflow. It's fine. I'll let it run for 40 minutes. We're going to go in here into this comfy UI stuff. And so we have a couple things here. We have a MP3, like a reference MP3 file, Ghibli PNG that we're going to animate. And then we can we can essentially play around with this and make a speaking portrait. And so I'm going to be showing you guys this. So we're going to be on the host. We're going to be running Comfy UI. And like that is the technology, guys. This is the technology that we're building on. There's a lot of cool open source tech out there. We're using a lot of it to build the kind of workflows that I'm showing you. So on our backend, it's going to be running Comfy UI. But what am I going to do? I'm going to add a MP3 file, PNG, and we're essentially going to launch a Comfy UI workflow to animate speaking portrait, and we'll be able to play around with it, hear it, all that kind of stuff. I do want to do one thing off screen really quickly, just to be sure. All right, are we back? Yeah. You open up the mixer interface, and then it just decides to reboot itself. Insane. I do want to check really quickly that no, that looks good. So I do have to change one thing in OBS to show you guys. Actually, let's see if this is gonna work. Is it gonna? Yeah. Well, I mean, I have to do it like. We'll have to do it like this. So I'm gonna do. Let's do the following. Just so that it's easier for me. Great, can I do? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll show you guys really quickly. So I'm just gonna do the following. I'm gonna do download zip, and then we can play around with the zip. So I just am going to unzip. I'm gonna take that, put it on the desktop, and then we'll be able to play around with it. So let me do that really quickly, and then let's do extract all, and then I'll switch back once we're done. All right, so oops. All right, so here we are on. So here we have here we have everything extracted over here. So we have the Comput3AI script. So if I go into the web UI, we'll actually have these audio files, the text file, the Ghibli image. So here's the Ghibli image that we're going to be playing around with, and the README instructions. Let me do one thing really quickly, just to be sure. So let's do. So I'm gonna do. Here, wait. Test. All right. Oh, so the mic is sneaking in. Wait, is it? It's a. All right. Anyway, I'm debating whether this is correct or not. Let's do the. I'm gonna do this right here. Let's do this. Now I see the issue. So wait, what is this one? Okay, so yeah, that's perfect. So let's do. So wait, I gotta do one thing really quickly, which is. Let's do. All right, so let's grab this guy. I should have done it in studio mode or whatever. And then here, let's do this. So now it makes sense. Oh man, I'm glad that could have gone poorly, but we should be good. All right, let's see. Okay, so we should be good. Let me just check one more time. All right, so broadcast stream mix. So let's try this out. I just want to see, is it gonna, let me get, guys, I gotta get headphones for this one just so that I can get as a result. So I gotta connect the headphones. You guys are gonna have to forgive me. All right, so let's see. Can we hear some? Oh yeah, but this one we gotta here. Wait, I gotta do. How can we get these to play? Yeah, let me. Let's do one more thing. I gotta do one more thing to get this up and running, which is. Great. Let's try one more time. I think I might have. No, that one's good. Let's do. So yeah, so I gotta go. Let's do this. I gotta hook up. Let's get VLC to output from let's get VLC to output from a different audio source really quickly. This is, guys, new setup. Who dis? All right, so I'm gonna do. So let me open this up. All right, and then I'm going to do. Let's do this and. All right, let's try this. Should it work? Let's see if it works. All right, let's see. It should work now. Let's try one more time. Let's see. Can we hear this?
By the platform's blazing fast GPUs.
All right, yeah. So it's definitely working. So
we offer the very latest state-of-the-art open source models, some of which you won't be able to find anywhere.
All right. So I mean, main point is we can hear the audio because we're actually going to be cloning this voice. So this is like the
hey there, I'm an AI agent running on Comput3AI.
The AI agent that we normally use. Right here, this file. Here, wait. Let's also. Just so that we don't blow anything up. Let's do the following. I'm gonna. Oh man, so much stuff. So much stuff. I knew it. It was a good idea to do it like that. Does it drive everyone nuts that every single editor opens up every window that you had? Every window that I had open, it opens it. So let's do the following. I'm gonna show you guys. So. Let's go over here. So what do we have? So here's the text that we're going to use. So we're going to need this because the model that we're using, which is Sesame, which is one of the best audio models out there, we're going to feed it this text, and then it's going to be able to generate the voice based off of that. So how are we going to do it? Let's go into, so we can do a couple things. We can play around with Comput3AI, we can play around with CSM, we can play around with Whisper. So just to show you, I mean, all this stuff has an interface. So let's do the Whisper one first, just because it's the easiest. So here we have just a simple Gradio app. If you want to actually use this, Gradio has integrated like an integrated API reference. So you can, I mean, if I'm being honest, you can just feed this and then Claude or something will vibe code this for you. So you can feed in this API reference right here and it'll actually do a decent job. So let's do the following. I'm going to go and let's grab that audio file. Let's just make sure that it's working. So, and then we'll see it in complete, in its full glory.
Hey there, I'm an AI agent running on Comput3AI.
So anyway, this one, that's the audio file that I'm loading. Let's just make sure that it's actually transcribing it. So because if you want to clone a voice, you actually have to transcribe the reference voice, and you can see, well, hey there, I'm an AI agent running on Comput3AI. So obviously, doesn't know about our three guys. It doesn't know we're a Web3 company. I mean, it's just unaware that that's a thing. But that is working. That is working. It is annotating it. So that's like the first component. So what can we do with this once we have like a reference text? What can we do with that? So by the way, some VRAM usage has occurred. We're using 3 gigs of VRAM now. So let's go into the actual Sesame model and we can actually play around with it. So here's a Gradio for Sesame. So by the way, I'll go full screen to say this. Guys, I looked at a bunch of projects that try to use Sesame, and I ended up having to write my own. I mean, what is up with this? What is up? I mean, do you guys like try to use the stuff that you write in production? Just, you know, like who wrote this? Who wrote this? So we ended up having to write our own thing, but it's like overall, I think it's pretty good. I mean, like I'm happy with the end result. It's been working pretty well. So we've been using this one, the one that I'm going to show you. We've been using it in production. It's on our GitHub. You guys can run it locally if you have an NVIDIA GPU, play around with it, etc., etc. All right, so let's go get back into it. So what am I going to do? Let's go back to the PC. So here we go. Here's our Gradio. I'm going to go to monologue. So what we want to do right now is clone a voice. So let's do upload voice here. So we have to give it the reference text that's being said in that audio file. And now I'm going to go into the examples that I have, and let's grab the voice right here. So the full one. So here we go. So let's just check.
Well, hey there, I'm an AI agent running on Comput3AI.
All right, that's fine. So that's the one that we want. So right here, I mean, perfect. Guys, I found it hilarious. That if you ask ChatGPT or Claude to write you haikus about dank memes, the results were all pretty good. I mean, that pro tip, ask for haikus and weird stuff like that. So right here, we're hopefully going to get the agent voice. It's not always perfect. It is AI. Sometimes you have to run it more than once, but let's hit generate monologue and it should generate it. And in the meantime, to keep things interesting for us, I'm going to close out of here and we can watch the GPU usage. So here is CPU RAM. So it's loading something right now. And as soon as we see the GPU and VRAM actually go up a little bit, it's actually going to be processing the model. So here, exact same thing as always. It has to load everything in a memory first. So this is a different model from Whisper, which is what we use to actually load, which was different than what we used to load into to do the text to speech or speech to text. But you can see VRAM. There we go. CPU. All right. So here we go. The first time it takes longer. If we run it again, it'll be significantly faster, just like with everything. So let's see. Here we go. Come on. All right, let's try it out.
I'll be reading a haiku about dank memes for you today. Internet humor, distorted ironic jokes, scrolling endlessly.
There you go. I mean, pretty good result. Clone the voice. Sounds like the original voice and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, this was pretty nice. I mean, if we go and start generating, so let's say we want to generate a random voice, would also completely work. I'm just going to leave the exact same thing. It's just going to ignore the voice that we uploaded. Can I still download? Let's see. Yeah, I think it's let's hope it works, because then we'll use that MP3 file for processing. Let's see if I have it still. So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna do it on my other monitor real quickly. See if it's the the correct thing that I just downloaded?
I'll be reading a haiku about dank memes.
Yeah, I mean, so
Internet humor.
we did save the file, so we'll be able to get back into it. So that's good. But here's a random voice. I mean, before you get too upset, it is. So I'll let me go full screen for this to explain. So guys, it is so how does Sesame work? So Sesame, you give it text, it reads it. Based on, I can tell you based on the text, if you're really good at prompt engineering, like if you give it text and say I mean, if you give it something that very clearly says that this is a male speaker, it will get a male speaker. The only way to reliably get female speakers is to, use adjectives that you would want for a female voice. Sometimes you'll get them. It is with Sesame in general, it's kind of hard to get female voices. So what we do for us internally, etc., is we generate a bunch of voices. We basically have like a backup of a bunch of female voices, and then we can go to this library and actually use them. And then it's pretty good. We get good results that way. But if you actually go and generate this, like I haven't clicked play, so let's go back over to the screen. I haven't clicked play, but I'm gonna bet it's a male voice. I'm gonna bet.
I'll be reading a haiku about
It's a female voice.
internet humor, distorted ironic jokes, scrolling endlessly.
All right, so I would say you get like 8 male voices for 2 female voices out of 10. So just keep that in mind. Don't get disappointed. I mean, if you don't like it, just run again. So let's do another one. Let's say we didn't like that voice. It just wasn't our thing. Wasn't getting us in the zone. That voice wasn't getting us emotional. We'll just generate a new voice. It's not a problem, guys. It's AI. Like we're not paying this person. This isn't like a voice actor that we got stuck with. They haven't signed a retainer. We just hit generate monologue again, and we're good to go. So let's try it.
Reading a haiku about
there you go.
memes for you today. Internet humor, distorted, ironic jokes, scrolling endlessly.
Here, let me see if I can get it a little bit louder. We'll try it one more time. So that they are quiet.
Dank memes for you today. Internet humor, distorted, ironic jokes, scrolling endlessly.
So they are, I mean, like the stuff just with the Sesame model, we're actually working on a couple other models. There's a couple models that have come out in the last month, which are potentially better. I mean, we're going to offer them if they make sense for us. We add them. We're not like married to any particular model. I mean, this was like the hotness. I mean, this is what Sesame is running on their website for the conversational stuff. This is like the open source version of it. So it is pretty good. But like one of the things is, for example, you'll have echoey voices because it's like mimicking someone in an echoey room. There's other stuff like the voices are generally mono, not stereo, which is, I mean, I would say you can expect with every model, but there's like some peculiarities about it. It's already good enough to, do meme generation and to read some text for you, but it's by no means perfect. I mean, so all this stuff is improving. That's the most exciting part about AI. Stuff improves every month.
I'll be reading a haiku about dank memes for you today. Internet humor, distorted, ironic jokes, scrolling endlessly.
So you can see right here, the pauses are pretty long. So we can actually go and set the max audio length to something like 6,000, and it'll be so it basically tries to do every sentence as like a 10 seconds of speech. So if we tweak it down, it'll actually run, the flow will improve, so to say. All right, let's take a look over here. How are we doing on the GPU time? We still got 24 minutes. I mean, it's good enough. It's good enough.
I'll be reading a haiku about dank memes for you today. Internet humor, distorted, ironic joke, scrolling endlessly.
All right, so I mean that one's pretty good. So I did want to show you guys. There's also, you can actually have them have a conversation. Oh man, I did there's conversational A and conversational B are like reference voices included with the model, which are fine. But like they're not, it's usually more hilarious to just do 2 or 3 random voices. But right here we have a reference voice, another reference voice, and then a random voice. I mean, we could actually insert what we can do right here. Let's do upload voice. Let's upload our wonderful female AI agent. And then let's see, do I still have, because I still have this the reference text as well. So we can try that out. So this is going to be,
there. I'm an AI agent.
she's going to be one of the speakers. Then we'll have the reference voice, and then we'll have a random voice. I think it will be a better example. So let's listen to it, because we might as well hear what it generated just now. So it's already GPU rendering, so it'll be here any second, the final result. So let's see. Come on, hit us with the voice, hit us with the audio. Here we go.
These voice synthesis models are like absolutely mind blowing for creating like memes.
For real, it just like you can make like any character like say anything now. Like it's like
I've been using them to create like the most epic voiceovers for my social media content.
The best part is how natural they sound. Perfect for those unexpected crossover memes.
exactly the dankest memes are when you combine voices with visuals nobody expected.
All right, pretty good. So the reference female voice, which is the conversational A, we're going to replace it with our AI agent, and then conversational B will leave as is, and then the third one, so speaker 2, which is the third speaker, is going to be random voice. Let's hit generate one more time, so it'll take a minute to generate. Really quickly, here, wait, let me do something. Let me secretly do something off screen, so you guys don't have to see it. I'm gonna do the following. So let's do this. You guys can watch me make serious facial expressions as I do something that I don't want to be streamed. And then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna do the following. All right, and guys, we didn't even miss anything. Oh, here it comes. The audio just popped up. So perfect. You guys, you didn't miss anything. The audio just popped up.
These voice synthesis models are absolutely mind-blowing for creating memes.
So just to pause, that's clearly the reference voice that we actually use. So it did a decent job cloning it.
You can make any character say anything now.
I've been using them to create the most epic voiceovers for my social media content. The best part is how natural they sound. Perfect for those unexpected crossover memes.
Exactly. The dankest memes are when you combine like voices with visuals nobody expected.
All right, so that one was pretty good. I mean, super smooth. Everyone was like totally audibly easy to hear, easy to understand, recognizable. The 3 voices were recognizable. We got a female again, guys. I don't know. I'm telling you, I have pretty decent statistics. Usually ends up being pretty difficult to get a female voice, but we're lucking out right now. But you get the idea. So what can we do with this? So let's do a couple things. So just in case, so 20 minutes is going to be kind of close, right? For the last thing that I want to show you guys with the sort of the media workflow stuff. What am I going to do? Let's go for it. Let's top it up. Let's buy for 0.1 Sol. I'm actually going to purchase some more GPU time. It'll get us 900 minutes, so we'll actually have a decent amount of time to play around with. So let's watch it. So here we go. We have 0 minutes right now. Let's watch it update. So we should get it in a couple seconds. We'll have some more GPU time to play around with. So let's wait. I want to do a drum roll. I need a hotkey for the drum roll. Drum roll. Where is it? Is it coming? Yes, we got it. We got 900 minutes of GPU time. So why did I do that? If we want to do, we'll probably, 20 minutes is kind of close if we want to do a portrait, depending on the size of the output that we want in the end. So best to do the following. I'm going to stop this one. And I'm going to launch a new media instance, and let's just give it an hour. Hour is going to be fine. But now I know for sure that I have enough time. So here we have 868 because we got refunded the 20 minutes. So here we go. We got refunded the 20 minutes, but then we launched for 60. So we're somewhere over there. All right, so this guy's launching, and this is a media instance, so we'll have access to the fast here in a second. So let me take the headphones off because I don't really need them. At the moment, we're not listening to any audio right now. Although, we're not listening to any audio right now. what we're gonna do next is we're gonna launch Comput3AI and run it. So for this stuff, just to make it 100% clear, if you guys go to C3 examples, you'll see essentially API implementations for all this. I mean, you could easily build Python, JavaScript, whatever, what have you, that actually, you know, spins up a GPU, has it do one of these workflows, generate random voices, what have you, then runs, basically does the speaking portrait and then shuts the GPU down. So obviously right here, just for the quality of the stream, you guys haven't seen our platform, you're new to it. So I'm showing you the steps. I'm showing you, you know, clicking it in the web interface, but all this stuff would work just the same. Here, wait, I'm curious. All this stuff should work. Here, wait, is it gonna? Oh man, I gotta fix the mute button. I got a cough coming. It's that time of year. I've just been coughing this week. So anyway, so the just to show you, I'm showing you the web interface, but obviously you can use it through an API as well. You don't have to click every single time. All right. So let's get back into it. Let's go to PC. Let's do it. PC. Here we go. And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna actually launch Comput3AI. Let me do one thing really quickly over here. Oh yeah. Just want to see the stream stats. No, but it's completely stable today, more stable than the previous times that we ran this. So what am I gonna do? So I'm going to, so again, Comput3AI, I'll go full screen for this just to say it real fast. Guys, Comput3AI is such a complicated beast. So the hardest part about Comput3AI is making sure that you have all the elements, all the models installed. And I mean, we do all this work for you. So we do all the heavy lifting for you. We make sure that everything's pre-installed, that everything works together. We run through these workflows. We have the examples, we test the examples. So all that stuff is working. You're welcome. You're welcome. We did all the packaging for you. So it's completely easy. It's not like you get a GPU, now you have to download hundreds of gigs of models. When you get the GPU, the models are already on that instance. You can immediately use them. And so that's what's happening here. So literally seconds ago, I launched this instance. I'm already in Comput3AI. This is a Comput3AI. All the models are loaded on that instance with the GPU. And so now I can get to work. I can actually generate something. And so that means you could build, for example, render backend, which we'll talk about in a little bit, just some of the examples of stuff that we've actually built for internal use and just as like demo applications. So really quickly, what am I going to do? I'm going to open up a workflow. So let's do open. I'm going to go to the C3 examples. And so I have a workflow here. So it's called avatar JSON. So I'm going to grab that one. So now we have to give it a image. And so I'm going to give it the Ghibli image. I mean, we could also do the other image. It doesn't really matter which one we use. So here it says 500, 500. That's okay. Then, I mean, it should be pretty much good to go. And so we have to give it some audio. So what am I going to do for the audio? For the audio, I'm going to do the following, and I'll do this off screen really quickly. I'm going to copy. So I have the file that I downloaded before, and I'm basically just going to put it in the examples. So I saved the file from Gradio, the speaking portrait file, and we're going to use that. So it's going to be the dank meme haiku is what we're going to make our Ghibli avatar speak. So this should be it, and we can actually preview it. So let me monitor. Try one more time.
I'll be reading a haiku about dank memes.
All right, so that's exactly what I want audio wise.
Internet humor, distorted ironic jokes, scrolling and.
All right, so that's going to be what she's speaking. The one thing is the audio is going to be 7 seconds here. You got to make sure that the duration is at least as long. Usually, I mean, it'll make sense to like add 8 or 9 seconds. So we're adding like 2 seconds on top. It'll still on occasion with this model, like, unfortunately, it does still on occasion get cut off. Just depending on how the model processes it, how it detects silence and all that kind of stuff. But generally, if you're adding 2 seconds of buffer on top of it, you'll get a better result. So you'll get exactly what you want. So I have the audio here. We have the image uploaded. We have all the models. I mean, so this is like the stable video diffusion XT model. This guy right here is like, I don't remember, many gigabytes to run. And then so then the rest will work. So I'm gonna hit run right here, and it should go. So here we go. It's already it detected the image. So here's the image that it's giving like a preview of what it's gonna spit out at the end. It's gonna be this image right here. Now it's processing. It already processed the audio, and now it's gonna run stable video diffusion. If you really want to see the inside baseball of how this works, I mean, you can actually load Comput3AI. I mean, Comput3AI is this gigantic Python project, so this is just all gigantic Python-y things happening over here, and they'll be running in the background as you do. We can go back over here and watch our GPU usage. So let's do that. Let's do like not the true split screen, but the like. Let's just layer these windows on top of one another just so that we can see them. But you can see, so this is running. I can zoom out a little bit here. So it's actually like it just finished processing the audio. So now it's doing, I think this one, if I remember correctly, it's trying to align like where the face is right now. And then afterwards, it's actually going to be processing the video and spitting out a speaking portrait. So this is, like I said, this is just one of the workflows. One of the first ones that we implemented just because it's a nice meme workflow. I'll show you guys something in a little bit, which is going to be our render API as well, so you can use it there, etc. So let's just let this run for a little bit, and I'll show you guys a couple more things. So we got it running. There we go. CPU usage, or sorry, GPU usage, not CPU usage. We got GPU usage, and so it's gonna run. It says 2-minute render time, which is probably mostly accurate. I mean, at this point it's 2 minutes. It's probably, I mean, let's call it 5 minutes. I mean, plus or minus 5 minutes total to generate one of these portraits to go through all the steps. But it's already running, so we're deep in the GPU processing. So things are going pretty well. All right, let me pull up. I want to see if there's any other questions anywhere. I'm checking our Discord. I should probably pull up. See. Yeah, I'm curious if there's yeah, nothing's really coming in on the Discord. Yeah, nothing's coming in so far. I do want to check if anyone's been I'll check the Twitters as well, but just from the phone that I just pulled out of my pocket. See if there's any questions coming in as we render. All right, so I don't see any questions there. Let's see if there's anything coming in on the Comput3AI Twitter as well. So wait. All right. I should just pull it up in a separate window. All right, let's see this one. I'm just curious if there's any interesting questions or anything coming in. All right, anyway, I see a bunch of retweets. I mean, guys, everyone's asking about launch. I can't comment on that. It's out of our hands, guys. It's out of our hands. I mean, don't worry. You'll hear about it ahead of time. It's coming up soon. But I mean, we'll announce it as soon as we have exact information about when it's going to happen. So this, in the meantime, this is getting pretty close to being finished, and we'll take a look here in a second at what's up. All right, so this guy is running. And so now it's processing, and so now I'm gonna get the headphones because we're gonna get a preview audio over here. And let me move this over here. Let's get OBS up just so we can hear it. And so we can actually, if we hover with our mouse, we'll get the
Distorted ironic joke.
Final
Scrolling
result.
Endlessly. I'll be reading a haiku about dank memes for you today.
So let's zoom in maybe a little bit just so that it's a little bit nicer to look at.
I'll be reading a haiku about dank memes for you today. Internet humor. Distorted ironic jokes. scrolling endlessly. I'll be reading a haiku
So
about
it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I will say it's pretty good. So I mean, you guys can play around with it. It's pretty fun. I mean, it's pretty hilarious. I mean, you could also, I can't remember if you can do it here, like to choose the file to upload. I mean, I know that you can, I mean, you can obviously record your own voice and then just have a avatar speaking with your voice is also pretty good. I mean, you know, freaks out the wife or your kids. Guys, shout out to having kids. So you can freak out your kids, just have a cartoon character speaking with your voice. You know, 6-year-olds get pretty excited about that. They don't expect a cartoon character to be able to have dad's voice. So that one's also pretty fun to try out. All right, so this one, I mean, we demonstrated. So we can right click here and actually save it. Where is it? Save preview. And so it'll actually download, and then we can play around with that one. So it does work. But if we're finished with this, we can actually go and get our 48 minutes back. So there we go, 68, 48. So we should have like a 6 at the end, and we do. We have 9:16. So I got refunded everything, and we're back to. So I mean, this takes a second or two to refresh, but it'll go back to 0, obviously, since we're not running any nodes here in a second. So that's essentially our platform. I do want to show you guys one more thing, because for a lot of stuff, so I'll show you. I'm gonna dox my API key right here, so you can actually go and reveal. So this is an API key that I had generated right here. So starting with BK, etc. So you can actually use this. There's a couple things that you can do. So we for partners and users of our platform, you can actually use this. We have a free inferencing API, which we run, which I'll show you in a second. Like I'll show you that we're actually running it using this. But you can also plug it into, for example, Cursor, you can plug it into and then use it with some of the coding models. VS Code, you can plug it into, use it with something like Continue Dev, I use a lot. And you can actually run, so you run the GPU with us. The GPU runs a coding model, and then you can actually use it with something like Cursor or VS Code is totally doable. Or obviously, you know, plug it into whatever agent you're using for coding. They'll be able to use this. So in case you doxed your key, we can actually go ahead and rotate the key so that people don't use my minutes. There we go. We rotated the key. We got a new key. We got to log back in, but trust me, the key changed, guys. The key changed. You weren't fast enough. Let's check if anyone was fast enough. No, you were not fast enough. You were not able to launch an instance while I had my key on the screen. So let me show you one more, just a couple more things to play around with I mean, just like for today. So let's do. Oh man, guys, I have a dog. You get a Labrador. You're covered with hair all the time. You know. Black t-shirts used to be, you know, you used to not have problems. Now you have a tan dog, and now you're just constantly covered in dog hair. So let's do the following. So what I want to show you guys is, I'll show you some inside baseball, quote unquote. I'm gonna show you running with. I'm gonna show you guys a couple things. I'm gonna show you. Essentially one of the, so we dog food this, guys. We dog food it. We use it internally. So I'm going to show you one of the accounts, essentially one of the, you know, one of the wallets that we use internally. I'll show you the GPUs that are running there. I'll show you what's happening. And essentially it's going to be one of the wallets that we use for our account. I mean, so for running our backends, and so it'll be kind of cool to see because there will just be a bunch of GPUs running, and so obviously you could build something very, very similar yourself. So what am I gonna do really quickly? I'm gonna just off screen. I'm gonna log out, and once I have everything pulled up, I'll switch the screen back. All right, so here we go. All right, and I'll show you guys a couple things, and perfect. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. All right, let's go over here. So first things first. So here's this is one of the wallets. Essentially, we're now connected with one of the wallets that's actually running parts of our backend. And so you can see right here. So I mean that GPU is obviously dead. I mean, this Gradio is dead. That stuff we don't want to look at. But what's actually happening, so this is also something that we'll be releasing in the next couple of days. What we're actually seeing right now is, so we're running GPUs for a certain amount of time. These GPUs are about to expire, so the 3 and 4 minutes. And we actually have a load balancer, which we use for client projects and stuff like this. And what's actually happening right at this moment is it is replacing the GPU. So you can see we're essentially for our inferencing backend, that's what's running here. We have a total of 4 GPUs. These GPUs are about to expire, so they only have 3 minutes left. So and what's happening is we're replacing them with new GPUs. And so that's happening automatically. We have a load balancer, a really good load balancer written in Go, and basically load balances and it makes sure that we replace the GPU. So what is it doing? It's booting up. So it sees that there's 3 minutes left. It boots up a new GPU. This GPU has been running for 1 minute and it warms it up and makes sure that the model is ready and in memory and ready to be used. And afterwards it shuts down this GPU right here. And so that's what we're watching. I mean, these are the kinds of things that we're building. I mean, everything we build is fully designed with a concept in mind. We have distributed GPUs that we don't have control over. You might have, this might be running on somebody's desktop. This might be running on somebody's data center, all this kind of stuff. So if something goes down, it's not an issue. We're building all the stuff that you need for it to run resiliently. And so this is a perfect example. I mean, I can't believe we logged in at a time when 2 GPUs are being replaced. That's not so common, but the second GPU got replaced. And so now these guys are basically idling away. This one's about to be replaced as well. We just will watch it, guys. We just will watch it. We should see this one get replaced right now. So we have this one get replaced and this one get replaced. I mean, it's exciting times. What a time to be alive. What a time to connect. I didn't plan this, but we should see them boot up here in just a second or two and get replaced with new instances. I did want to show you guys a couple things. So kind of because people ask us what kind of stuff can you build with this. One of the most useful things that you could build with the kind of infrastructure that we have, let me go full screen for this. So one of the most interesting things that you can build is really complex workflows. So for example, the Comput3AI stuff that I was just showing you, you could actually go ahead and build a pretty complex workflow with Comput3AI where it is actually going to go and do a bunch of stuff related to where it's actually going to go and it's going to do a bunch of so wait, might as well watch this. So here, look, this guy's getting replaced. Here's its replacement. It's already booted. It's already getting warmed up, and then this one's going to go away. So if you build really complex workflows, I mean, we're running hundreds of GPUs that you can use right now. You can be running your thing on the GPU within minutes, seconds to minutes. I mean, we like to say 3-second GPU because that's how long it takes it to actually get allocated to you and to start basically loading your workflow. And so the cool thing is you can build something like a render backend. Okay, so I'm going to show essentially, again, I'll kind of be demoing a render backend that we're using internally. And what it's hooked into a couple things, but one of the things that it's hooked into is we have a Telegram bot for doing the portrait workflow that I just showed you that I'm gonna like plug here, quote unquote. And it basically does the exact same thing that we were doing with Gradio manually, but it's automated and it's all happening, in an automated fashion. And so I'll show you guys that. You guys can use the portrait bot to render some of your own stuff, play around with it. If you've never used it, it's probably the nicest way that we have to play around with the portrait generation and all that kind of stuff. So what am I going to do really quickly? I'm going to, let's pull up Telegram, and specifically I'll pull up the portrait bot. Let me find it. How do I not have it pinned? Must have been moving stuff around. So let me do the following. I'll show you guys in a second. So you should get another GPU booting here in a second or two, by the way, just FYI. Where's this guy? Looking for. Wait, let me cheat. So yeah, we have so the GPU got replaced. Yeah, so sometimes we're a little bit out of sync from the, I mean, like the UI is out of sync, so the UI is not aware that we got another GPU, but it clearly got replaced. And we're actually getting, look at this, we're getting some GPU usage right now, which is also pretty good. So somebody's using the API, guys. Fist bump fist bump to whoever is using the API while we use this live. Fist bump to you. Shout out to you for being so good at demonstrating our capacity. So here we got another one getting replaced right now. Look at this. Look at this. Amazing. Look at how well this is working. So what I'm gonna do, so let me pin this guy just so that I don't lose it, and then let me do history, and I'm gonna do open a new window. Is that gonna work? Yes. All right. So what am I doing right here? I'm talking to so this is just a Telegram window. I just have it popped out just using Telegram desktop, but this is the account here is C3 Portrait Bot. So here's the, somebody wants the QR code, there you go. You can QR code to your heart's content. You can just QR code it right now, just right off the screen, QR code, and talk to this guy. You're gonna have to, we do have some terms and conditions, because obviously, I mean, people can clone voices, etc. Be responsible. Don't be, don't be evil. Use this to build good things, not evil things. So in my case, my account, since I'm I can actually launch and do more jobs than the average user. So for you guys, you'll only be able to do, for example, one portrait render at a time. I can do, I basically don't have any limits on my account because I'm using it for development, etc. So I'll show you guys essentially the backend that we built. So a pretty typical thing that you could build with everything that I showed today. What could you build with this? You could build a render backend to automate this sort of workflow. So basically generating images one after the other. So I'm just going to type hi. I mean, it doesn't matter what you type. I'm going to type hi to this guy. I'm going to say, let's generate a portrait. And then it's going to say, let's generate a portrait. So where am I going to get these files? Let's grab the ones that we had from the Comput3AI workflow. I'm just going to go over here. Here's my files that I had from last time. Let's use this image this time. So I'm going to give it the image. Let's give it the voice. So I could just let's just use this audio file just so that, because this one's already perfect. And I'm just going to click generate portrait. And then what's going to happen is it says portrait generation in progress. So check this out. What is going to happen over here? Like how does this work? What is happening? What is happening somewhere in the world? What is happening? A GPU is being allocated. Here we go. Here's a media fast GPU is being allocated to render my speaking portrait right now. And so it's actually going to start processing this pretty quickly. So let's do another one just to see another one actually get spun up. So I'm going to do hi again. Let's do, I'm going to do speaking portraits just because they take the most time. And then let's give it the image again. Let's do the Ghibli this time. I'm going to give it the Ghibli. And then let's give it the reference audio. Let's do clone voice. So here we have everything automated for you. It's going to call whisper and stuff like that. So you literally just need the clone voice. Oh man, no, is it Telegram? Something crashed. No, it's working, I think. I can't tell. Windows Explorer crashed, guys. Windows Explorer crashed. How do you do this to me? Windows, you're not making a good name for yourself right now. My one Explorer window crashed. Fortunately, the other ones are okay. So let me grab the audio that we're gonna clone right here. So I'm gonna upload this one again. And it's the same audio that we used before for cloning her voice. I actually, this is the shorter one, so the result might not be as good. It doesn't matter. And now we have to say some text. So let's do yo. So you got to do 3 O's because otherwise it's you, and then bro, what is up? Question mark. And then let's hit generate, and then it's gonna generate a speaking portrait right there. So we'll see another media fast instance spinning up right here. So this one, I can't tell. I mean, this one's probably rendering. I don't know if this one's rendering the previous one or the current one. Let's hit refresh over here. But my point is, yeah, so there's another one. As soon as I hit refresh, we actually have another one. So you can see, I mean, all this stuff is like fully automated. This is our vision. This is our vision, guys. Let me go full screen. I got to go full screen for this. This is our vision. You can do so much with a single GPU. You don't have to. And the thing is, guys, I forgot to mention this. We're billing at $1 an hour basically. So this is a fraction. You could run 1,000 LLM queries. You could run portrait generation. I mean, you can run so much stuff on a single GPU at a fraction of what you're paying for API access. That's the dream. That's the dream. And this is with us hosting these GPUs for you. When we get into building a network, the price per GPU, we expect to go down even significantly more if we have a network of something like GPU miners or something like this actually running the GPUs for us. So that's the vision. That's where we're heading, guys. Super exciting, completely decentralized. I don't have a good way to show you guys, but all these machines are in different countries and stuff like that. So it's super exciting, like what is actually happening under the hood here, and it's all being coordinated and it's all running. And these are completely independent GPUs on completely different data centers, just doing all the work for us. And you know, we're loading them up, and all this stuff is happening in the background. So the render backend's a pretty good example of the kind of stuff that you can build. Let's just do so I invite you guys to try out the portrait bot. You can do 15 portrait generations for free. I'm not limited. I can basically do infinite portrait generations, if that makes sense. You guys will be more limited. Like, you can't do infinite portrait generations. So you'll be limited to the 15, but I just want to load it up just so we have more GPUs running, because we only have 6 right now. Let's get it up to 10, and then we can kind of summarize, and then we'll end it for today. So let's do high. Let's just do. I'm gonna be super lazy. I'm just gonna say generate portrait, and then let's just do this. So I'll do a Ghibli. Oh, that's my window that died, guys. I don't know how Windows. What are you doing? What are you doing, Windows? Why are you doing this to me? All right, let's just do, I'm just gonna give it the voice that we generated. Generate portrait. So then let's do another one. Let's do high. Let's give it another one. Let's give it this one now. So wait, I have to do generate portrait. So then let's give it this one. And you could actually, so you could speak the audio. Actually, let's try that. Let's try it, guys. Let's try it. That's a pretty good one. So let's do a random voice right here. So for this one, yo, what's up, bro? Let's do it. Oh, so we have a speaking portrait that just came back in. Generate portrait with voice. Let's do that one. Then let's try. I'm actually curious. Is it gonna work? So wait, let's see. Here, wait. Let me do one more thing. Let's do for funsies. For funsies, we can do one more thing, which is gonna be. Let's do the following. It's gonna be good, guys. It's gonna be good. Sound settings. So wait, I gotta check in Telegram settings. Give me 1 second. Speakers and camera. Chat mic. Test. How is it? Test. It's so quiet. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's try it. Let's do this. Let's say hi. Let's give it this face. Let's just forward it over here. Boom. And then yeah, generate portrait. Then let's forward this guy right here. So wait, let's do. I mean, yeah. Let me drop in. Let's do the Ghibli face. Now it's too many demos. Here, wait, let's. So here's what I want. I wanted to speak, but Telegram does a terrible job capturing audio. So screw it. Let's not do the capturing the audio. I am just gonna insert the audio file that we want spoken. I was hoping that I could speak, and then we would have my voice on this wonderful female face. But we're not gonna have it. So. Screw that. So let's just do a couple more speaking audio ones. We'll just do them really fast. So what am I gonna do? So we just got another generation. So wait, I'm gonna do high. We have to upload so let me show you. Let's switch back over. I was hoping I could get something up and running easily, but it didn't work. So we need an image. Let's go, boom. Let's give it some audio. Let's just use this one again. Boom, boom. All right, so now it's gonna go generate. All right, let's do another one. Hi. Let's give it a face. Let's do the Ghibli this time. Oh yeah, but I need to do generate portrait. Let's give it the Ghiblies. Let's give it the Ghiblies. Let's do random voice. Let's copy this right here because I'm lazy. Boom, boom. Generate portrait. Etc. etc. So how many GPUs do we have right now? Let's see. Let's refresh. How many do we have running? So we got 7. It's probably going to be 8 here in a second, but let's keep going. So let's do another one. Generate portrait. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Can't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. Let's do one more. And let's just give it the full MP3 right here. Boom. Oh wait, oh crap, I gotta upload the, what do I click? Upload a different audio file. So let's do this one and then generate portrait. Let's do it. Boom. All right, let's see what's happening over here. So yeah, we're actually, I mean, we have enough idle GPUs that they're getting picked up by the already existing one. So we gotta do it faster, guys, and we need more. That's the solution to this is we just need more of these. Let's do generate portrait. Ghibli, boom. And then we'll listen to a couple of them. Random voice. Let's do boom, boom. I'm just copying text. Boom. Generate. Boom. All right, let's do another one. Let's do one more. Let's do this face. We gotta do generate portrait. Now the face. Now let's just do generate random voice. Boom, boom, boom. All right, boom. How many do we have? We have 8. We have 8. We need more, guys. We need more. We got 9. We need one more. No, this one finished. So now we need 2 more. We're going to need 2 more jobs, guys. We're going to need 2 more jobs. I want to get up to 10. Where else are you going to get 10 data center GPUs to play around with, guys? If not on compute, only here. All right, let's do, oh, I opened the wrong thing. Let's drag it into there. Let's go. Boom. Let's do this. Boom, boom. Come on. Boom. Let's do one more. Boom. Generate portrait. Boom. 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 Let's give it the audio. Boom. Boom. Generate. Let's go. All right. How many do we have? Yes, we got 10. We have 450 gigs of VRAM. 450 gigs of VRAM. Tell me where else you're gonna get 450 gigs of VRAM for a couple Solanas. Where else are you gonna get 450 gigs of VRAM? And so you can see these are all running. We can see how they're getting loaded up, how they're getting used. So this one most likely, this guy right here most likely just finished this render because we got it back 1 second later. This one looks like it's almost finished, or potentially just finished the audio creation. So, I mean, yes, there you go. I'm like explaining what's happening. We can watch the GPUs get loaded up and finish and come back to life and all this kind of stuff. So let's actually listen to a couple of these just as kind of a last for funsies. For fun, we can listen to them. Let's go back up here. I want to make sure that the audio is coming through for you guys because otherwise it'll kind of be lame if you can't hear this. All right, let's go scroll back. So where's the first one? No, there's no audio. Here, wait. We gotta fix that. Give me 1 second. Let's do this. I will secretly do something which we've already done elsewhere. I'm gonna do more sound settings, volume mixer. Let's do. Let's try this. All right, boom, boom. All right, let's try it. Let's go back. PC. Let's try it.
I'll be reading a haiku about dank memes for you today. Internet.
All right, so I mean, this one's working perfectly.
Yo, brew. What is up?
There you go. Yo, brew. That one's pretty good. What do we have here?
What's up, bro?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty epic to have unexpected voices. I mean, the Sesame voices are pretty good.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
There you go. Yo, what's up, bro? Et cetera, et cetera. I mean, so obviously you could automate this. You could generate a bunch of these one after the other and get pretty hilarious results.
About dank memes for you today.
I think a bunch of them are going to be that because I just uploaded the standard audio a bunch of times.
Reading a haiku about dank memes for you today.
So those are, I mean, you can see right there two different images, same audio, and so I mean, we have this one, and we have the previous one.
I'll be reading a haiku about dank memes for you today.
So let's keep going.
Udry, please enter the text you'd like the voice to say in your port.
I mean, there you go. So sometimes the audio gets cut off. It's like a known thing. If somebody knows, I mean, check out our Gradio container. Maybe somebody has a better idea. Maybe it's in Comput3AI. That one, I mean, unfortunately, it happens. Guys, it's AI, guys. AI says the sentence was over because it just got it got the last word. It doesn't need to keep going. It's just going to cut it off. I mean, why do you need to keep going? Just be efficient, just like AI.
Enter the text for the voice generation generation.
Anyway, you get the idea. I mean, so these are
text for the voice generation .chiomei max 500 characters.
I mean, so it isn't obviously it isn't no we want only female voices. So there is some work to be done if you absolutely need only female voice generation. There's some stuff that you have to do there, but otherwise it's obviously working. All right, so guys, let's go back. We gotta get serious here. Come on, come in, guys. I hope you enjoyed our first live stream. I don't want to make too many promises, but I mean, we're gonna be doing vibe coding stuff with all this because there's a bunch of epic stuff that you can build here. I mean, just epic voice generation stuff. Just have hilarious notifications and stuff like that is one of the things that I want to build. Just in general, working with these models. Another one that's going to work pretty well is going to be computer vision. So essentially analyzing images, analyzing video and stuff like that. So I have some hilarious ideas there. So we're going to be vibe coding and building just a bunch of epic stuff where the barrier to entry is for any of this to happen anywhere near real time, you need a GPU. So where do you go for the GPUs, guys? Where do you go? Comput3AI. That's where you go for the GPUs, guys. Where you run the GPUs so you don't have to. That's our motto. So we'll run the GPUs. You don't have to worry about it. You just get the 3-second GPUs. We spend all our time making sure you can launch them as fast as you can think of ideas, and you can run them on there. So hopefully in the coming weeks we'll have some good examples of stuff that you can build. So like I said, I mean, one of the things that I want to have stream notifications. I want to build so if somebody asks a question in the Discord, somebody asks a question on YouTube, we'll have hilarious voice read it with like ironic sounding stuff. We have some other stuff that we have running as well. We got a Twitter bot running, which is also using the portrait bot, which we're like tweaking, but it's almost there, that you'll be able to use. You can check it out. It's C3PO with a number of underscores that I can't remember. We'll make sure to, I mean, follow us on X, and you will see some of the retweets from C3PO. You won't miss it. So we have a couple agents running there. Other than that, things, maybe a couple quick things worth mentioning. So if you guys are working with one of our partners, so let me log back out. I'll show you guys really quickly. By right now, at the moment, I mean, I don't want to promise that this is like that we're going to be offering this forever, but at the moment you can use Llama running on our backend, which is for free. However, if you guys want access to our favorite model for doing agents and basically posting social media content, I'll call it that without using a curse word. If you want to do that, then our favorite model is actually Hermes 3. So shout out to Solana and Hermes on that note. Shout out to Noose Research on that end as well. So it is one of our favorite models. I mean, we find the results are pretty good with that. So what I want to show you is if you guys are in any way affiliated with one of our partners, if you're hodling any of the following tokens, you can also get free Hermes inferencing with us. So we're partnering with AI16Z, Claude Opus, Sendcoin, so Send AI. So you guys, if you guys have any of those in your wallet, you can just click enable power up, and your API key will have access to Hermes in addition to Llama, so Llama you can always use, but Hermes, we're actually you have to. We're running for our partners right now. So if you're hodling one of their tokens, you guys can get access to Hermes. So essentially, like, where could you use this? So let's say you're running a bunch of ELIZA agents. Just use us for inferencing, guys. Just use us for inferencing. You don't have to pay ChatGPT. I mean, I saw somebody with a $39,000 bill. I mean, Shaw, shout out to Shaw. Shaw retweeted somebody with a $39,000 ChatGPT bill. I mean, come on, guys. Come on, what is happening? What is happening? I mean, I've been there. I've gotten hit with the classic $42,000 AWS bill. I mean, I've been there, but I mean, you live and you learn, and you try to help people not repeat those mistakes. So the way that you do it is you run the GPUs. It doesn't cost as much. So anyway, you guys can use this for the inferencing, and so we'll do our best to scale up with the demand. So that one I wanted to show. So in general, social media wise, I mean, let's just do. So wait, let me just make sure I don't dox anything. Let me pull it up. So I'll show you guys. I'll get our social media up here, and so we'll try to post something on so you guys can have all this as well. Because I did see. So let me see if this one's good. So let me get a bunch of these up here, and I'll show you guys in a second. I'll show you guys in a second. Oh yeah, let me do. So wait, let's do. Things went south. Things went south. I gotta do a private tab really quickly. Otherwise, it's gonna be not safe for work, guys. Not safe for work. All right, so let's do. I'm gonna show you guys. So let's do. So let's see. Let me see if we can get it to. I don't know if we have a. I mean, I know we have a channel, but we set up the channel this week. I don't know if it's gonna be. It's gonna be tough to find the channel or whatnot. Yeah. Anyway, we'll include the social media links. The main one. I'll give you guys the main ones really quickly, just in case you guys wanna join. Hang out and whatnot. I'll give you a couple of the main ones. So this one is so let's do this. Oh, so we do have here, wait, I do have the YouTube as well here. Know what happened? All right, wait. Boom, boom. So here, I'll show you guys this. I think it's because our channel might not be, since it's so new, you might not. Anyway, we also have VPN running, but we're on YouTube, guys. And then so I'll show you guys our X, show you guys all the social media just as a last thing. Make sure to follow us everywhere. And last one will be Telegram. All right, so let me show you guys really quickly. All right, let's move it over. Let's shout out to our social media, quote unquote. Shout out to everyone managing the social media. All right, so first of all, if you want news, if you're on Telegram, join the Telegram. We're going to be doing stuff like, if you are in our Telegram channel, you're going to get a couple additional renders using the portrait bot. So if you enjoyed using the portrait bot, make sure you join the channel, because you're going to get extra renders. So pro tip, it's t.me/Comput3AI, just like the regular spelling. I don't think I can make this bar any bigger, unfortunately, so you guys will have to live with it. For same thing over here on our GitHub, github.com/Comput3AI. You guys can check out some of the research we have there. The load balancers, if you're interested in running a bunch of these, I mean, basically, guys, get in touch with us. We love talking to people that are trying to build projects. We love giving you feedback. We love telling you what's the best technology to build it, what's the best technology stack, all this kind of stuff. Get in touch with us. We'll give you free advice on how to build this kind of stuff, how to use our tech to build it more efficiently, all that kind of stuff. So on our GitHub right now, you can check out our Docker images, the Gradios that I was demonstrating today, the launcher. We have a fork of ELIZA. I don't remember if I mean, this one, I don't remember if I mean, there's going to be stuff coming out ELIZA related this week. For now, you guys can just use from our Git book. You can use one of our inferencing APIs instead. examples is basically what I was doing today with you guys. So check those out as well. So like I said, make sure you join your Telegram. We have a YouTube channel. It's brand new. I'm using a VPN, so I have to log in. Annoying, but at least we don't have my history or whatever. Then next one, Discord. So we do have I did launch so the Discord app. Here's the invite URL if you guys want to grab it. Then over here we have our Twitter, obviously, so follow us there. So basically on all the social medias, it's Comput with a 3 instead of an E, AI without the period. So the URL is Comput3AI, but everything else is just that kind of short URL. So check us out on all the socials. We're there. We're going to be doing this on a pretty regular basis. I'm going to go full screen. Check one more time if I have any other questions that came in anywhere, because I did hear I think it's mostly the renders coming in, but I do want to take a listen. Yeah, awesome. Got some shout outs on the Twitters. So some people are enjoying it. So I don't see any questions in particular. So I'm gonna end it here, guys. Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. We'll try to do this on a semi-regular basis. I don't want to promise a particular date because we need to do some coordination. It's probably at least once a week we'll be doing something more or less like this. It's not always going to be this long. This is like the first one that we did. So it did go a little bit over an hour. I think we're going to try to keep it. I mean, we're not Primogen here. We're not going to be streaming for like 8 hours. I mean, you guys want to consume something reasonably, right? You don't want a 8-hour stream. We're not going to spend an entire week building an app, right? I mean, maybe at some point, but we're not there yet. That's not what we're going to start with. We're just going to do cool, small things that people have never seen before. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. We'll see you guys. Tentatively, I'll say next Thursday. We'll probably do another one of these. May do one before then, but we'll announce them a couple days ahead of time. So make sure you subscribe to all our socials, and you will not miss any of the kind of stuff that we're building, any of the kind of collabs that we're doing, or any of the ways that you can get in touch with us. Maybe last thing I'll show you guys is this right here. So we have this as well. Oh yeah. Anyway, screw it. I'm not gonna do it right now because it's not gonna. I mean, that one still needs some rejiggering. So I would say best way, if you want to contact us, you can DM me, you can DM our primary Twitter account and say, like, if you guys are working on a project, we want to hear from you. We'll give you a bunch of GPU hours. So generally projects that work with us, they get at least 100 GPU hours to play around with. So if you guys are working, trying to build something, get in touch with us. We'll get you 100 GPU hours to play around with. I mean, that's the beginning. We give you more GPU hours. So we're interested in seeing the kind of crazy stuff that people build, because this is pretty unique. Mostly what you get is just somebody runs an API for you. So we're not just running an API for you. We're giving you access to a GPU, which means that you can run a bunch of models, do a bunch of things, and it's going to be completely, the fact that we're actually dedicating an entire GPU to you, it means that it's going to be, you're not going to have a $39,000 OpenAI bill at the end of the month. Is the kinds of things that we're trying to enable. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I will see you all next time. So guys, I have to, admittedly, I set up OBS. So we gotta make sure we go to the right screen. We set everything up recently, so we gotta go to the right screen. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.